Hello, good morning. It is Thursday morning here in Sydney and I'm up very early, about 4:30 a.m. right now. I'm going to keep my voice down a little bit because I am flying to Melbourne. So I'm in Melbourne Thursday, Friday, which is game day, and I come back to Sydney on Saturday evening. I think I might even be getting a little bit of Aussie rules in there before I fly back. But yeah, a little 3-day jaunt to Melbourne, up bright and early to make the most of it. So yeah, let's go to Sydney Terminal 2.
Remove yourself from the queue and proceed to front-facing counter.
Okay, so that was an incredibly chaotic start to the morning. At check-in, I was trying to drop my bag for about an hour, but I always find that domestic flights are always way more chaotic than the international ones. I don't know why, but can confirm staff were really nice and friendly, but everyone was in a big panic because of their flights. So yeah, I made it McDonald's breakfast. So yeah, we'll see how we get on. Hello, I have landed at Avalon Airport, which is the smaller, it can't be smaller, the other one, Melbourne City. So yeah, I flew to Avalon Airport and now I'm looking at the bus to the city centre, but it's nice and early, like 9:30, it was like an hour and a half flight. I basically slept through the entire thing, little power nap, and yeah, excited to be in Melbourne because it obviously is game day tomorrow, and yeah, I'm going to see if I can see any of the fans. I know Andy, well-known Wrexham fan, is out here with a few other people, so we'll see if we can find any Wrexham fans for a drink tonight. Okay, welcome to our, oh god, humble abode for the next couple of days here in Melbourne. Right, made it to my hotel here in Melbourne. Very excited, although it's very cold. I mean, I take it back. For all the kind of Sydney slander I said about the weather and how cool it was and chill, Sydney was much more much warmer than it is right now in Melbourne. Very, very chilly and spitting with rain. So feels like home, definitely. I'm due to meet a podcast listener, Guido. We're going to have a look around. I really want to go and see the Rod Laver statue, big tennis fan. All the different arenas, and I've never done the Australian Open. That is the one slam out of the 4. Done the US Open, so Roger Federer there. Done the French Open, seen Monfils and Zverev and all various others play there. And I've obviously done Wimbledon just recently, but also many times before. So yeah, the Australian Open's the one slam I haven't done. And while it's not slam season, I'm keen to have a look around at that area. Obviously big cricket country as well. So yeah, hopefully I'm going to get a good look around the city, even in the cold, and then bump into a couple of Wrexham fans. Fingers crossed. I saw somebody sent me a picture, Steve. I hope you don't mind me name checking you here. He was in a pub the other night with Ben Tozer, which must have been very surreal. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm here in Melbourne for a couple of days. If you've got any recommendations, I've already been sent loads from different people, but if you've got any more that I need to do, let me know in the comments below. Tell you what, walking along the Yarra River might be my new favourite thing. That is absolutely glorious. And also, I was just chuckling at some of the YouTube comments that said that were rightly pulling me up. In that when I went to the zoo, I said I had Melbourne skyline behind me, which I think about sums up just how I'm getting on with the jet lag. My dad actually texted me saying, "Hope you're acclimatising well." I'm sure he watched the videos and then realised probably not as well as I need to be. But yeah, it's quite windy, very chilly. But Melbourne, on first impression, is the type of place that you leave and you go, I could probably live there. It's very, very nice. And also, while I'm just walking around and the birds chirping, thanks for all those who are watching the videos. I appreciate they're slightly self-indulgent, but you know, it's a solo trip and I need a way to document it. And this is sort of my way of doing that. So to anyone who is wishing them away, you've only got, what, another week or so to go. And for anyone who likes them, appreciates it. Thanks for all the support. There's something about having a peek into a stadium when there's nothing on, no barriers or anything, that is just incredibly appealing to the sports nerd in me. So here we go, look at this. Okay, so because of building work, I don't think I can get to the statue over there. That is taped off there, taped off here. Building little mini forklifts over there, and statue over there. Okay, so I feel like that mini jaunt there just underlined, crystallised how much I need to come back to Melbourne and cover the Australian Open professionally, or just even as a fan, come and watch it as a fan. Then I'll have done all 4 Grand Slams, which is definitely on my sort of sporting bucket list. I don't know what's on yours, but let me know. I'm always curious to know what people have on their sporting bucket list. I'd love to go to a Super Bowl. I've never done that yet. But the one thing that's really, really high on my list is to watch Boca Juniors play at La Bombonera. So I'm tempted, maybe by Argentina next year. I turn 30, so that would be definitely something really high on my sporting bucket list. But let me know for you what's on your sporting bucket list. What event or what kind of occasion have you not done that you would love to do, or have you done and you think should be on everybody's sporting bucket list? So I'm outside MCG. I keep wanting to say MSG, but that is Madison Square Garden, a different experience altogether. But MCG, I know from cricket fans' point of view, and friends of mine who are big cricket fans, this is definitely watching the Aussies play at MCG. It's definitely high on their bucket list. I don't eat processed foods. And just like that, maybe they realised I hadn't been home in a while because it is raining. And of course I brought an umbrella on the trip. Of course I left it in my hotel, so trying to find some shelter. I was looking for the government building, just having another walking tour day, but I don't know, in this weather, maybe I need to reassess what I'm going to do. Here we go then, the Parliament building. Always find these kind of things interesting because I am a nerd like that, but hopefully, look at that black cloud over there. We need more blue cloud, but here is, in very zoomed in fashion, the Parliament building. Well, I just walked all the way to the top of the steps to ask about a tour that has been cancelled. There are no tours today, so that is super stuff. I thought we were going to have a little nosy round, but not to be. So probably not one I'll be able to get ticked off the checklist. I keep looking down at the steps because the last thing we need is my you've been framed moment where I fall down these Parliament steps. So yeah, that is it. I thought I'd be able to get a look around, but no, Parliament House, no guided tours today. Now, I need to keep my voice down because it is a library, but one of the main things I wanted to see was this dome, called the Dome, and there are loads of this is an insight into my Instagram. There's a load of libraries around the world that I've got saved on Instagram that I would love to visit. This was one of them, and it is just breathtaking. If you're a massive book nerd like me, yeah, seeing the Dome in Melbourne is pretty cool. Now, you can come all the way up to the 6th floor, the dome balcony, so we're on the 4th, but the 6th floor is just even more breathtaking. So yeah, take a look at this. Kind of looks a bit like a sausage roll. So there you go. I got all giddy after going to the Dome, and then I went out for a couple of drinks with some Wrexham fans, Steve and Geraint and a couple of others. And it was good to just catch up from people that had lived over in the UK until maybe 2005, 2008, and then had moved over here and have lived here for 20 years or just under that. So always good to talk the talk with Wrexham fans and learn about everyone's opinions on the new season and how optimistic people are and how pessimistic people are. And obviously tomorrow is the game day. I'm up in a few hours to do our regular podcast. That's been slightly delayed just because we were waiting on the major kit launches, one in New York with Neil Taylor and Lily Jones. Mickey Thomas is part of the group in the UK in Wrexham. And yeah, then there's one over here that I'll be going to tomorrow on Friday before the games, a few hours before the games. So yeah, we're waiting for at least the New York one and the Wrexham one just to see how that played out. But yes, it'll be about 5 o'clock my time. I'll be speaking to Rich, and that will be with you as soon as I can get it done, basically. But also to those that have supported the little vlogs, I know they're a bit silly and frivolous or whatever, but I really appreciate you commenting and giving me recommendations and the books or places to go. I'm reading all the comments and keeping notes on my phone, so I really appreciate that. And if you really dislike the vlogs so much that you're commenting about how poor they are, I just relax. It's the summer. They're not harming anyone. They're only a bit of fun. So yeah, match day tomorrow. I will be doing a vlog. I will keep doing them. Match day, I think I'm going to watch Aussie Rules on Saturday, then be flying back to Sydney, and lots of other things in the pipeline before the game next Tuesday. So yeah, Australia, the Down Under tour gets underway in full tomorrow. Kit launch with a few players, and then the match against Melbourne Victory at Marvel Stadium.
The Wrexham AFC podcast with Nathan Salt and Rich Bay.